What's good, y'all? We coming at y'all with the first official episode of the Office Chronicles podcast. We got
Giuseppe,
Dupree, and Elijah. So our first topic for our first ever episode, we're going to be talking about teams, NFL teams that we feel as though met expectations / exceeded expectations, and then we're going to talk about teams that played below expectations. So to kick us off, we're going to start with Dupree. What do you think?
All right, so a team that met expectations, I think the Titans met expectations. They were obviously AFC favorites at the beginning of the year. At the beginning, it started off a little rocky, but then they heated up.
Did look rocky at the beginning of the year.
So yeah, I think they met expectations. I think everyone expected them to be a top 3 seed in the AFC. Exceeded expectations is for sure the Bengals. Nobody expected the Bengals to win their division.
No.
And Jamar Chase just turned that whole offense upside down. They turned it around. But a team that didn't meet expectations is the Seahawks.
Oof.
I mean, they had that injury with Russ, but he came back. They still had a chance to make a playoff push, and they just sucked. But yeah, that's my teams.
Okay, solid picks. What you got, Mr. DeLeva?
I'll agree with the Titans, but about him, well, same thing with him. The Titans, they did pretty good in this season. It's crazy, kind of how Derrick Henry fell apart. I got hurt. I thought they would have fell apart by then,
but
they just kept it up with the backup.
Deontay Foreman stepped in, did a pretty good job.
Yeah. The second team that
exceeded expectations.
I'll say the Patriots. I didn't think the Patriots were gonna be like that.
I did not think the Patriots.
They did pretty good. Mac Jones stepped up. I mean, he's not going crazy, but he's still getting the job done.
Yeah.
And a team that
below
pretty much expectations is Baltimore.
They
fell apart.
They did fall
this
apart.
Season, I don't care about Lamar getting hurt. They fell apart.
They did fall apart. They were 8-3.
Huntley was very serviceable.
Huntley did do a pretty good job while Lamar was out, but
it was those
injuries.
2-point conversions that fucked them up. They lost 2 games off of that.
Yeah, too many injuries as well. I mean, you can't blame them. That whole secondary's damn near gone. I mean, before the season even started, their whole running back core was injured. So, I mean, but yeah, they did fall apart mid-season. A team that I feel as though hit their expectation, I would say, like a team like the Rams. Everybody came into the season expecting the Rams to be a solid team, and they have been just that. They're leading the division, and I have them as NFC title favorites, and I don't got them beating the Packers in the NFC title game. But yeah, team that hit expectations, I would say the Rams. Exceeded 100% the Bengals. Nobody expected the Bengals to be as good as they are. I mean, they were building for the future, but they have the possibility to win a Super Bowl now. So the Bengals are my team. And then my team that played below expectation, I got to go with the Miami Dolphins. Everybody expected them to be a playoff team coming this year after, where'd they go, 10-6 last year? 10-6, almost a wild card last year. I think they lost to, I don't know who they lost to, week 6-17, but almost a wild card this year. Then they started off 1-7. They won like 7 in a row against some bum teams, and then completely fell apart in the playoff playing game. So yeah, the Dolphins would be my team that played below expectations. But speaking of the Dolphins, what do you guys think Tua's future in Miami looks like after this year? And we'll start off with, I could start this off, unless you want to.
I don't know.
Okay, I'll start this off. Tua Tagovailoa, out of the 3 quarterbacks that were drafted in the 2020 class, him, Burrow, and Herbert, out of those 3 quarterbacks, he's the worst one. And he was the second one taken. I feel like Miami is 100% regretting their decision to not take Herbert with the 5th pick. But I feel as though after this year, you can't move on from Tua, especially with a QB draft class like this. There's nobody in this class I think that's better than Tua. So I feel like you got to stick with him for at least this year, and then potentially move on from him next year. He has been pretty bad. I mean, he's had times where he's played decent, but he has been pretty bad. Thoughts, Dupree? What do you think?
I think Tua is all right. I don't think they should move on to him. I think it's too early to pull the trigger.
Yeah, I mean, only 2 years in.
But I feel like the talks of him getting traded for Deshaun Watson really messed with him, and that's why at the beginning of the season he was kind of boo boo,
selling the bag, yeah.
But he has shown some flashes that he could be a serviceable quarterback. But they need to build that defense.
That defense.
That defense was really good last year. Showed flashes this year. They got what's his name, Javon Holland. He's good. They got
the corner. What's
Xavier
Howard,
Iron Jones.
They got
pieces. So they're just probably one or two pieces away from a top-notch defense. And yeah, I think Tua could get the job done.
What do you think, Seth? You think Tua is the man in the future for the Dolphins?
I don't know about I don't know about how long, but I think they should use him for like his rookie contract, see how he does to finish it out.
So he got like 2 more. I think a rookie contract is like.
But I think that the Dolphins that would help him out would be drafting or trading for a key running back, like a good one, like
good running back.
A good running back that's gonna stay healthy.
The Dolphins haven't had a good running back, and
if they get a good run game on, Tua is gonna step up because he needs, like Alabama. When he was playing in Alabama, they had the run game, and that's when he was dominant.
Yeah. So got to get a good running back. Hopefully that offense will turn things around. Speaking of that 2020 draft class, though, this is a heated debate that has been going around pretty recently. But out of the 2 quarterbacks that were taken, not Tua, but Herbert and Burrow, who would you rather have to start your franchise today? And we'll start with Seppi.
Herbert.
You're taking Herbert. Why do you think Justin Herbert's better than Joe Burrow?
He's different.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say. Like I just see Herbert is better than him.
Herbert.
Burrow.
Yeah. I could see it. What do you think, Dupree?
I think it's Joe Burrow.
Over Herbert?
Yes.
Ooh.
Herbert has had 2 30-touchdown passing seasons, so I'm not going to knock him for that. But if we think about it, last year before Burrow tore his ACL, he was leading, I think, the rookie class in yards.
Yeah.
He was up there in touchdowns. So I think we would have seen better numbers last year against Herbert anyways.
Yeah.
And then this year, he's just proved in the last 3 games that he was worthy of the number 1 pick.
Okay.
So, yeah, I would take Joe Burrow.
I am going to completely agree with Dupree. I'm taking Joe Burrow. I have nothing against Justin Herbert. I think Justin Herbert's already a top 10, potentially top 5 quarterback. Justin Herbert has been ridiculous his first 2 years. But why I'm taking Joe Burrow is Joe Burrow has single-handedly turned the 2-14 Bengals, who are getting clipped every week. I mean, Lamar Jackson had like one of the greatest run clips ever against the Bengals, humiliating them, and has completely turned them into a Super Bowl contender. Now, Justin Herbert got to the Chargers. Last year, they were good. They were one of the best bad teams I've ever seen. They were in every game. They were up every game and would just lose.
They were like the Minnesota Vikings.
They would be up every single game going into the 4th and then just lose. And this year, they were looking really good at the beginning of the year, and then they've kind of like folded towards the end of the year, and they potentially might not even make the playoffs. So I feel like Joe Burrow is probably a better leader than Justin Herbert. I feel like Joe Burrow, I don't know about his arm strength. I feel like Justin Herbert's probably got a better arm.
Yeah,
but like
sure got a better kick.
From a team perspective, like Justin Herbert's probably better than Joe Burrow in almost every single facet of like arm strength, faster than Joe Burrow. But Joe Burrow's a better leader, and I feel like he would win more games. So I probably would take Joe Burrow over Justin Herbert as well.
But you have to think, Justin Herbert's playing against the Chiefs, Raiders. The Broncos are not so bad.
Broncos aren't that bad. Yeah.
But also the
Joe Burrow's
Bengals division was like no one knew who was winning that division.
Nobody knew
until
who was going to win.
Yeah, but now
week.
Big Ben, old.
I'd say the Raiders, that division's definitely more competitive than.
So you had to see Herbert led a team 9-7, fighting for a playoff spot in a good division.
Yeah.
Herbert or Joe Burrow just blew by his. Well, I mean, it's still skillful how like he blew by the Ravens every time he played them.
I mean,
but it's still no Lamar. They didn't play
Steelers
Lamar.
defense top 5. We got the Ravens defense, who is normally top 10.
No, and then the Browns defense.
Browns defense is statistically top 7. So he's going against good defenses.
Yeah.
He's just
putting on
absolutely torn him apart with Jamar Chase.
Yeah, I don't know if Joe Burrow's like better than Herbert, but yeah, like if I were to start a franchise today, I would probably want Joe Burrow. Like the cockiness he brings, the swag he brings, the confidence he brings. Yeah. Joe Burrow is that dude. Joe Burrow is what people thought Baker Mayfield was going to be. I've seen that. I think I saw it on First Take. I forgot who said that. Joe Burrow is exactly the swaggy, confident, everybody loves guy. That is Joe Burrow, and that is not who Baker Mayfield is. Speaking of Baker Mayfield, do you guys think that Baker Mayfield is the future in Cleveland? Do you guys think that Browns fans want Baker Mayfield to be their long-term quarterback?
No.
Why do you say that?
They probably shouldn't even pick up his 5th-year option. He's terrible. I'm sorry. Like, he's bad. Yeah, he has a run game. He has a
defense.
He has a defense. He had OBJ, Jarvis Landry. He had options. He just was not doing it.
No, I'll say. Or you have anything to say?
Yeah,
I'll say this. He was playing through injury all year. I think he had a torn labrum or something in his arm, one of his arms,
in his left shoulder.
His left shoulder.
I mean that hurts. I'm pretty sure, but it doesn't mess with your right arm.
Doesn't really mess with your right arm. Baker Mayfield.
You should still be able to make high-low reads, which he cannot do. He couldn't even target. OBJ. He had to get traded mid-season. Jarvis Landry has fell off the face of the earth because of Baker Mayfield.
People thought OBJ was washed, and he scored in almost every single Rams game. So that's just got to be something. But he has been playing through injury. He's had like foot injuries as well this year, I think. But
yeah, you got an all-pro player, Myles Garrett on that defense. You got Denzel Ward, Pro Bowler. Newsom's been a good rookie. They have a good defense. It's statistically, I'm pretty sure, top 10 in passing and top 7 in rushing. But
Baker Mayfield's holding that team back. 100%.
For sure holding that team back. I think they're going to sign a veteran this upcoming season. They're going to see that they're still like a piece away, and then they'll go from there. Probably make a push at like a bigger quarterback, but yeah.
I feel like, Baker Mayfield will probably be the Browns quarterback next season because this QB class is not as strong as QB classes of the past, but I feel like this is his prove-it year. If he doesn't perform as the organization thinks he should be performing, I think they're going to move on from him.
And I think Jarvis Landry will be traded this offseason.
Yeah.
I think he wants out.
Yeah. I don't think anybody wants to be a wide receiver for Baker Mayfield at this point in time.
What you got to say?
What you think?
Yeah, I think they just move on from Baker Mayfield.
You think they move on from Baker Mayfield? Yeah.
They probably had to take a chance on this draft class.
Nah, I think they stay away from this
stay away from this draft. I don't think anybody's really like looking to rebuild again around any of the guys in this draft. I mean, I haven't watched much college football, but I haven't heard of a single quarterback from this class. And I think the best quarterback got hurt in his bowl game.
Do you ever hear about Herbert?
Yes.
Yeah.
You hear about Herbert in college?
Herbert was Oregon's quarterback. Yes.
You hear about Mahomes?
I didn't watch college, but I didn't know who Mahomes was.
So I mean, never know.
You never know. There are a couple guys. I mean, I don't watch enough college football to be able to just.
All I know is what's his name, Pickett from Pitt.
Pickett.
He's all right.
He's good. I don't know if he's like NFL good.
Yeah, goes with 2 gloves.
2 gloves. Dude's doing fake slides, breaking rules and stuff. But
another potential bust, but it's too early to call, is Trevor Lawrence.
Trevor Lawrence. What are your thoughts? Sep, what are your thoughts on Trevor Lawrence?
I just think the Jags are bad. So making him look bad.
Yeah.
Like if he goes to how can I say?
He's not gonna leave.
Yeah.
He's not gonna leave. But if they put like, let's just say they trade him to the Panthers, I feel like he would do good at the Panthers.
Okay.
He would do a lot better on the Panthers than what he's doing on the Jags.
Well, I feel like this shouldn't even be a debate. I think it's way too early to call. You look at his situation. He went in with a first-year head coach in Urban Meyer, who was a complete tool. They didn't play their top 100 running back. He had some weapons that didn't exceed expectations.
Visca Chenault hasn't played well.
Drafting a running back
in the first round when you already have a top 10 running back.
Y'all was sitting in the car when I walked by. Nobody said nothing.
We're recording a video, Pam.
I give a damn. Where's the video? I want to be a part of it.
Right,
what y'all think?
Tell us and take on Trevor
sitting
Lawrence.
in the car? Is that what y'all doing?
Pam, what are your thoughts on Trevor Lawrence?
I think he's cute.
Alrighty, and we'll never talk to you again. We're never asking you a question again.
They sat there in the car. I said, and I walked by. They didn't say nothing.
Man.
Oh hell.
Nah, that won't happen again,
I don't
fam.
give a damn.
All right,
Bow down to the queen.
got you.
Black queen.
All right,
Okay,
fam.
guys, have a good day.
All right, you too.
Congratulations, you almost did it.
Yeah.
You and me was about in the same boat. We never really had a chance.
I had a chance, my
Get
team
up
didn't
there.
perform.
I was like, damn it, he finna do it again. But I was rooting for you.
Man.
Appreciate it.
It's
Appreciate
always
it.
next year.
Yeah.
Yep. Next year's gonna be a
All right,
tussle.
guys, have a good day.
You too.
Now back to your regularly scheduled program.
I can't say I've seen a single flash of potential from Trevor Lawrence. Like with every quarterback drafted this year, I've seen flashes of them potential. Like Zach Wilson has made plays. Justin Fields has made incredible plays. Mac Jones has looked good, like really good at times. I can't say that about Trevor Lawrence. Now, I don't watch the Jags. I haven't watched every single game. I don't know what his stats look like. But from the games I have seen, they have not been competitive, which is not completely his fault. But I see at least 2 to 3 picks every game. I don't know how many picks he's thrown, but I see like 2 to 3 every game. And every time I watch Red Zone, every time I tune into Red Zone and it's on the Jaguars, the offense looks terrible. That offense looks horrendous. So I haven't seen flashes.
I don't think I've seen the Jaguars in the red zone.
I don't even think I've seen the Jaguars in the red zone. So yeah, that offense looks horrendous. I haven't seen I can't say Trevor Lawrence has had a single good game this year. So he's not a bust, but he's definitely that he has potential to be a huge bust come next. Like if he's not showing flashes next year, if he doesn't have a solid season next year, because I feel like the Jags are going to do a lot in this offseason. So if he doesn't do anything next year, I feel like Trevor Lawrence will go down as one of the biggest busts of all time.
I still think Trevor Lawrence has potential to be the best quarterback.
Yeah, the potential's there.
The potential's for sure there. That's why he went over number 1 overall. But that offensive room, that they need some help right there. They didn't use James Robinson correctly. Now he has a torn Achilles. Travis Etienne didn't even play 1 snap. DJ Chark broke his ankle. Visca Chenault did not have a breakout sophomore year. Marvin Jones, he did really nothing. They need an O-line for sure. They need an O-line.
They need an O-line. They need a new offensive coordinator.
They need defensive coordinator. They need a lot.
I've seen clips of wide receivers running the same route, running into each other. So they just need a whole overhaul. What you think, Seth? You think Lawrence is a bust?
I don't think Lawrence is a bust. I feel like he'd be a top 15 quarterback
next year?
Not just saying like in the future. Like,
okay.
In his future, he could
for
be
a number 1 pick though. That was like people were saying. I feel like top 15 isn't good enough.
Yeah.
For a guy like Trevor Lawrence,
yeah, but you have to see all the quarterbacks starting right now. You can't just be a number 1 pick and expect and be like the LeBron of the NFL. You can't just be like that.
But that's the type of hype Trevor Lawrence has had.
Yeah, you have hype, but it's not. It doesn't work like
comparing him
that.
to Peyton
They were
Manning.
comparing him to Peyton Manning.
They was calling him a mobile Peyton Manning.
Everybody gets compared to someone.
I feel like in the next 2 years, if Trevor Lawrence isn't like a top 10 QB on the cusp of 5, like he's below expectations. I mean, he's not a bust, but he's below expectations. People have
But out of that whole draft class, he did go. Him and Zach Wilson went into the worst situations. But Zach Wilson
has looked good at times.
He's did better than Trevor Lawrence.
Way better than Trevor. I've seen flashes from Zach
Justin Fields
Wilson.
also went into a
pretty bad situation. I don't think Nagy's the guy for the Bears.
Who's how old is the oldest receiver for the Jags? Like who's
Marvin
like how many
Jones.
years has he been in the NFL?
Marvin Jones.
He's been in the league for a while.
A bit. Yeah. So they do need wide receivers. I mean, their second wide receivers like Laquan Treadwell right now.
That's what I'm saying. They don't have no type of offense.
They don't have any type
and
of
they're
offense.
drafting running backs.
No, they had offense at the beginning of the season.
They
They
just got
just
hurt.
did not.
They
They
didn't do
did
it
not
right.
develop.
So he got put in a bad situation.
Yeah, he got put in a terrible situation.
Yeah.
But he has been in a bad situation. But what I'm saying is, I haven't seen any I haven't seen one like highlight play from Trevor Lawrence all year.
Yeah, but if Trevor Lawrence went into a situation like Mac Jones, he'd for sure be worth all the hype because
That's what I'm saying. So I'm gonna give him some time.
he needs to get a pass for this one.
They'll get a pass for this year.
The coach screwed it up.
So if we have to rank the QBs from this draft class off of this year, not potential, like F potential, this year, just performance this year, what are we doing? So we got to go Mac Jones.
Mac Jones 1.
And then is a tussle.
Justin Fields 2.
You think Justin Fields
he
has been
showed
better
a lot of flashes. Zach Wilson 3.
And then Trevor Lawrence has to be 4.
Trevor Lawrence, yeah. I can't rank Trey Lance.
Actually, another rookie QB from this draft class, Davis Mills. He has been solid. He's been solid. If we toss him into that mix,
he's been better.
I am putting him.
Lawrence.
He's been better than Zach Wilson as well.
Yeah, that is true.
So if we're basing it off of this year, I'm putting
year,
Davis Mills second behind Mac Jones. Now, potential.
I'll do that.
Potential, I don't know if Davis Mills has more potential than any of those other guys in this draft class.
Potential, though, I think the whole list changes pretty much.
Potential. If we're basing it off of potential, then you got to put Trevor Lawrence at 1. I mean, dude's 6'5".
Trevor Lawrence, Justin Fields.
I feel like Justin Fields.
Trey Lance.
I put Zach Wilson.
Trey Lance. I forgot about Trey Lance.
Zach Wilson. Mac Jones is really good. I'm a Pats fan.
He just doesn't have potential, though.
He's just the right
ceiling.
guy. He's just the right guy that the Patriots were looking for. He's good. He's serviceable.
He's gonna be that game manager.
Yeah, they wanted a little mini Brady. I feel like that's what they're getting with a Mac Jones. So he's extremely serviceable, and he already came into the season.
He's a good quarterback.
Yeah, he already came into the season with the highest floor, but he has the lowest ceiling. So yeah. Davis Mills, but speaking of Davis Mills and speaking about the whole Texans organization, what do you guys think is going to happen with Deshaun Watson? Is he going to stay he's for sure not staying at Texas. He can't.
So where do you guys think Deshaun Watson's going to land? I think the Texans are happy with Davis Mills, especially the way he's been playing down the stretch. So he's for sure leaving. Deshaun Watson's out of there. So where do we think potential landing spots for Deshaun Watson in this offseason? Starting with, what would be his best fit? Where do you think Deshaun Watson would fit the best? We'll start with it. So
I started, yeah. I think his best fit would probably be. I know the Colts are fine with their quarterback, but I think he would do really good with the Colts offense. That would be a really good. I would love to watch that.
That would be electrifying. I mean, Carson Wentz has been playing really good football.
Yes, I'm saying.
So I don't think that's gonna happen.
I don't know if they're gonna trade for that.
That's just not happening.
It might not happen, but
because they're saying it's not even that. It's they're the same division. They're not trading him to a division rival.
You never know that.
Nah, they're not doing that. If you call that's crazy, but that's not.
I think we said this earlier in the show, but yeah, I feel like his best fit either the Dolphins, probably the Dolphins. Dolphins. I mean, he'd reunite with Will Fuller. They draft a running back, and then he'll have Will Fuller, Mike Gesicki, who's one of the most underrated players in the NFL, Devontae Parker, and Jalen Waddle. That offense is unstoppable if you insert Deshaun Watson. So I feel like his best fit is the Miami Dolphins.
I feel like the two best teams that I would want him to go to is the Steelers and the Panthers. Because those would be electrifying offenses.
I'm a Panthers fan. That would be.
And the Steelers are QB away from making a Super Bowl push. Panthers are QB away from making a playoff push.
A huge playoff push.
But I think where he will end up going would probably be the Dolphins.
I feel like that's his best fit. I mean,
and because they've already tried to trade him to the Eagles, to the Broncos, I think, and he didn't take off his trade clause.
Okay.
So I'd say something about that again. I would love to see him on the Colts. Like, that would be cool, but he would work really good on the Browns.
The Browns.
I forgot about the Browns.
Okay, I didn't think about the Browns. Yeah,
the Browns are looking for a quarterback. They might move on to Watson.
To Watson. I mean, I don't think the Texans would trade for Baker Mayfield. But, I mean, yeah, they got to move
They have pieces, though. Picks.
Everyone's worried about Watson, but there's still another top 5 quarterback that could be on a new team, Russell Wilson. If Russell Wilson, I think Russell Wilson's best fit would be the Steelers. If Russell Wilson becomes a Steeler, well, in the offseason, there's a couple guys. I mean, Rodgers. People are thinking Rodgers is potentially going to become a Steeler. I think he's either staying or retiring. I don't see him.
I don't see Rodgers playing another uniform. I don't think he could pull a Brady. I don't think anybody would want to even see that. So yeah, Russell Wilson, Steelers. If Russell Wilson goes to Steelers Super Bowl. I have them favorites for the Super Bowl next year. The Steelers are legit a quarterback. The Big Ben, Hall of Famer. He is holding the Steelers back from being a really good team. They have pieces. Chase Claypool is a beast. I mean, mentally, maybe he's not there right now, but physically,
that whole offense is elite.
Deontay Johnson, Juju's good. I mean, his antics. I mean, people overhate Juju. I feel like Juju would never do what Chase Claypool did.
Yeah, Juju's off the field antics are different than his on field antics.
Like when he's on the field, Juju is on the field. He's locked in. He's wanting to win football games.
USC alumni.
So, yeah, I mean, a topic I just came up with because you were talking about a team that I wasn't even thinking about, the Eagles. Is Jalen Hurts the future for the Philadelphia Eagles?
Yes.
Coming into the season, yes, people did not think that was the case. They were saying that should look to be moving on.
They thought about Watson.
They thought about Watson. They even thought about playing Gardner Minshew.
Yeah.
They were competing at the beginning of the year. Jalen Hurts has exceeded expectations this year, and he was in that QB class last year too with Burrow.
Yeah,
he's better than Tua. So I'd put Jalen Hurts as the third best quarterback in that class.
Yeah.
So I feel like Jalen Hurts is definitely the man for the future. I feel like the Eagles have a bright future. They still are a couple pieces away. I don't think that defense is the best. They played pretty well. Darius Slay's had a pretty good year. But
what about the QB situation for the Giants?
Oh, man.
If they landed Russell Wilson.
If they landed Russell Wilson, there are so many pieces in the New York.
They're first round exit to get Russell Wilson. He's maybe saying Russell Wilson's elite. Still elite right now.
Russell Wilson did
He
play.
has the one of the best offenses, and what is he doing?
I mean, he did
Pick
just
after
come off
pick after
injury.
pick. Every time I see him pick.
Before injury, he was looking good.
Before injury. It doesn't matter before injury.
Yeah,
That's
so-
still how he's playing.
That's true. So, yeah,
You
maybe.
can't be saying, oh, if this
But-
team, this
okay,
team.
You know
so-
what? I think they should go after Gardner Minshew.
Who, the Giants?
The Giants.
Gardner Minshew should be a starting quarterback in the NFL. Gardner Minshew.
He should be starting over Mike Glennon. He should be starting over.
He should be starting with Big Ben. That's all I know.
I think he's better than Big Ben.
I think he's also
Better than Taylor Heineke.
Yeah, he's better than what's his name, Baker Mayfield.
Better than Baker. I'm taking Gardner Minshew over Baker Mayfield.
I'm taking Gardner Minshew over Drew Lock.
Yeah, and Teddy B.
Yeah,
Yeah,
taking him over Sam
I'm taking him
Darnold,
over
Cam
Sam Darnold
Newton.
and Cam Newton. So yeah, Gardner Minshew, 100%. I feel like he's been blackballed for some reason.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but Gardner Minshew should be a starting quarterback in the NFL. But you were speaking about the Giants. What do you think is gonna happen to Daniel Jones? Is Daniel Jones the guy? No, I don't think Daniel Jones is the guy. Daniel Jones has shown flashes his whole career so far. He's had flashes every game, or not every game, but he's had flashes. And he just still hasn't been that guy. I mean, they're winning 4 or 5 games a year. And what is he in his third year now, or fourth?
It's not like they're not surrounding him around pieces. He has
Tony.
He has Tony, Galladay, Slayton.
I feel like the
Saquon.
Giants OC might not be the best OC though, because I feel like Kadarius Toney should be being used in way more like a Deebo Samuel, like
he should be the X factor of that
X factor offense player, and he's not. So
they should scheme around him. They also need an O line for Saquon.
Yeah,
Saquon's
What's his contract looking like?
I don't know what his contract. I think he's still on his rookie contract.
So is
I think he's entering his 4th year next year.
So final answers from all of us: is Daniel Jones a future guy for the Giants?
See how he does next year. They haven't had Saquon this year. Like he's like first season back from.
I like Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones has looked really good at times.
I think they're starting to use him more to his strength. They started doing read options this year, RPOs.
Yeah.
But I think he could fit.
I think he could fit.
I think he could fit for the Giants. Yeah, I think he could fit.
I think he could fit. Yeah. Well,
I don't know if he's gonna win a Super Bowl with them, but
he doesn't make them like contenders. He just makes them. I think you can build around him.
I think he can make them like a wild card
team,
dark horse.
The only way they win a Super Bowl is that defense steps up a lot more.
Now the Giants are low key in trouble for the future because the Cowboys I don't think are going anywhere. The Eagles, the Eagles are just getting better. They're just starting to scratch the surface. I feel like Washington's defense was atrocious this year, so I can't say they're a QB away. Taylor Heineke's not terrible, but yeah, that division's tough. So the Giants are gonna have to do something now. But yeah, that was our first official episode of The Office Chronicles, ringing in around 30 minutes. Hope y'all enjoyed. We will see y'all in the next one.